King is back, baby. I'm on gas. Yo, Fresh Sweet. He's fat.
You there, sitting at home, acknowledge me.
Hey, what's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Turnbuckle Weekly Podcast. I am your humble host, Casey, and with me, as always, the man who once cut a promo on his toaster for burning his bagel, your co-host and my hetero life mate, Leon. How you doing, buddy?
I am ready to rock and roll. Let's do it.
Listen, man, there's very few dudes that or ladies, whoever's on here, that I get excited for, like on another level excited. We've been watching this guy for, I don't know what, 6 weeks. We've been paying a real good attention to the WWA. Spoiler, 90% of our interviews are coming from that promotion right now. But I'm not going to waste any more of this guy's airtime. We got a lot to talk about today.
We do.
Munchie Gonzalez, how you doing, buddy?
Hey, I'm doing good. How are you guys?
Man, we're all right, man. Been working all day, just trying to get through to Saturday so we can come check y'all out in Livermore.
Oh, that's same deal here.
That's right. That's right.
Dude, man, I was gonna like start doing what I normally do and just start throwing softballs in here, but I got a message today that I didn't tell you about up until now.
Here we go.
A little bit of how the sausage is made. I've reached out to everybody in the Kentucky Classic for the most part, and one of them just got back to me last night, Clay Williams, the winner of the Kentucky Classic. I know. It's going to get worse, buddy. I'm so sorry. So
sorry.
I'm getting him booked up, and he asked me, he said, because I told him I had an interview today. I didn't have time. I couldn't get him today. I'd have to get him another day next week. And his question was, if it's another WWA guy, can I ask who it is? Mm-hmm. And I said, of course. I'll let you ask like it's Munchie Gonzalez. And he goes, oh, well, make sure that you rub it in real good that I beat him for that Kentucky Classic. So he's the worst winner in the world.
That's right.
His gear looks like a wild berry Pop-Tart.
Mm-hmm. He was sour apple at the Kentucky
last week.
Classic.
Sour apple dum-dums last time. What's going through your head after losing to such an insufferable person like Clay Williams?
I mean, I have a long history with Clay Williams. Literally, like last summer, we battled for the national title damn near the whole summer, and he about cost me my career. And I have a mark on my face from where Clay hit me with the WWA national title. So it's like losing him in the Kentucky Classic is even worse.
You know, I wonder if he's gotten a tattoo of Ray's hands on his back yet after that insane double chop. So, Clay, if you're listening, I know a really good tattoo shop that will get you all set up, because we don't want you to forget that moment for the next time, so that Munchie knows exactly where to smack you in your next match.
Ladies and gentlemen, Leon does not have any tattoos. I would not take any recommendation of tattoo shops from him. I got a guy. I got like a lot. I'll send you to a fella. But
I just have one.
What is it?
It's the Chicago skyline, and I got the stars from the Chicago flag on there because I'm originally from Chicago.
That's what's up.
You know, that's something we were talking about today, because Leon likes to do his research. I like to do my research, but he likes to dive in a little more. He's a real WWA nerd right now.
I am.
He's watching stuff that I'm sure that half of y'all have forgotten you've done by this point, and just getting ready. But he mentioned, he was like, he must have either wrestled somewhere else before here, or he's from somewhere else. I forget how we got on that. And I was like, what do you mean? And then I just pulled up Google, and Google very quickly tells us you're from Chicago. That's
wild.
Oh, dude, I asked ChatGPT just because I was curious. It did it for Ray. We interviewed Ray Waddell last week. And I did it for him just to see what would happen. And I was like, get me all the information on Ray Waddell. And this time I said, get me all the information on Munchie Gonzalez. But I did it voice to text, so it spelled it wrong. And then it said, you must mean, and then it spelled your name correctly, gave me your debut date. It gave me...
And it even said Munchie Gonzalez is looking to win the Kentucky Classic the second consecutive year in a row.
It's a little behind.
Yeah, it was.
But
yeah. I was like, huh.
So with starting in Chicago, is that where you started the wrestling journey, or did that start here in Kentucky with the WWA?
That's started here in Kentucky with the WWA.
Gotcha.
So how did that happen for you? This guy over here, Leon, has been up my butt for like every time that there might be a chance that there's a tryout. He's like, you think I could do it? You think I could do it? You think I could do it? And I was like, well, why don't you ask all of our guests how they did it and then compile a list? So how did that happen for you? Where did that whole thing start?
So, like, it was 2018, and, like, I went to a show. They were having, like, a bunch of Impact Wrestling guys. Like, they had Abyss, Crazy
That's what's
Steve, and I think Joey Ryan, who, wasn't canceled at the time.
Yeah.
And
Not far away.
I think the week before or the week after, I was going to an NXT show. I was like, it'd be cool to go to 2 wrestling shows in like 1 month. And I had never been to an independent wrestling show. So I went to that show. I had a blast. And then like everybody was telling me like, these are guys just from like around here, like around the area. And I was like, oh, really? And I was just like, I'd always used to do like some creative writing and stuff. And I was like, I could come up with some like cool storylines, and I'd love to like try to put that out there. So, like, originally when I reached out, I just wanted to be a part of creative. And then, like, I started seeing, like, the guys training and everything. I was like, you know what? I think I kind of want to try to do this. And, like, I had told Chris and all that after the fact when I had joined the company in January of 2019. But, like, I was really, like, heavy at the time. And he said, you want to, be a wrestler, you're going to have to, get yourself in shape and this and that, which I kind of already was trying at the time. But, like, I needed him to tell me that to push me even more in my weight loss journey that I was doing. Like, originally when I first started, I was 360 pounds.
Wow.
Whoa. See, I kind of feel you there. In the last 2 years, I've slimmed down, but I was pretty close to 400 myself. And they're like, hey, you're diabetic, and that weight comes off immediately when they tell you you're going to die.
Yeah. So, like, I think I did something with Drake at the time where I was a cameraman, and then I became his personal assistant because he was a bad guy at the time. Yeah. And then when that ended, he pulled me to the side the day we were ending that little assistant thing I was doing. And he said, we're going to start training you next week, this and that. It's like, you've put it, I had been putting in the work at that time. And he said, okay, we'll train you next week. But then, like, Ray and Alexander Knight had pulled me to the side and be like, hey, you should do, like, the actual, like, full-blown tryout. Because he wasn't going to have me try out. He was just going to have me get in and train and learn this. And he's like, people would respect you a lot more if you actually went through the tryout instead of just jumping in and just, training. I was like, yeah, you're right. So what I did was I did the actual full-blown tryout. I puked afterwards, but, like, I felt a lot better that I went through with it than just jumping in and just learning the bumps and everything. And then I think so I did that in April of 2019, and then I had my very first match in October of 2019, and by that time I was about 230.
Wow,
dude,
yeah. That is awesome. that is awesome.
See,
and then like I had a part where I had left for like a year because we had a little falling out, but like we're good now, and I'm happy I'm back and whatever. But like around like 21, 22, my girlfriend was pregnant, and then like, which I'm not trying to blame her, but like I got into some bad eating habits again, you know, with her, and then like I got back up to like 270, and then like this last year in 2024, my tag team at the time, the 3 Count Boys, we were coming to an end, so I was gonna go like on a singles run. He was gonna go on a singles run. It's like, crap, I need to do all this by myself now. So it's like I need to lose the weight, and so right now I'm about 195. So I got on the scale today, so it's like I lost it, gained some of it back, not that great, and then I'm still currently like trying to lose more.
Hey, you doing really good, bud. We're proud of you, really.
I mean, 360.
That's crazy. That is crazy.
That's how big I was when I got married 14 years ago.
You went from being Casey's size down to my size by like 3 or 4 pounds. So you go, buddy.
Yeah, man. I mean,
was not easy.
I bet.
So you start training with them. You do the full blown tryout, which that was the right call there. I think.
Yeah.
I mean,
You earn respect.
yeah,
definitely.
prove yourself to them, and then so you go from there, and then so the name Munchie. I mean, that's very obviously not your given name. Where does that come from? Is that something that Chris assigned you? Is that a nickname from a child? Is that just something you pulled out and was like, I like it?
It was assigned to me by Chris.
Nice.
So, like, at the time, my gimmick was going to be a stoner with the munchies. And, like, at the time, I was walking out with Cheetos and stuff and doing, like, a little bit of goofy comedy spots with it. And then, like, after I left and came back, I kind of dropped it pretty much. And then it's, like, the more weight I kept losing, I was like, can I really, like, just be, like, eating Cheetos all the time and calling myself Munchie? So, like, I kind of just transitioned my character into what I am today.
Everybody loves it, though. You are so over with the fans. It works. I mean, it just works. I'm a huge fan of Munchie Gonzalez. And your gear, not really typically what I would think from a stoner, but you've probably got one of the better. Your gear's definitely better than Clay Williams.
Thanks, I think so too.
But I like it. So we took my wife to the Bowling Green show. It was our first WWA show.
Yeah, we took the old ladies to that.
And it
one.
was when you were fighting Tyler and Mad Max.
Yeah.
And she kept looking at me. She's like, "Which one is Tyler?" And I said, "He's the one in the black with the Santos on it." And she said, "So the other one's Munchie." I said, "Yep, MG, old Munchie Gonzalez." And I was like, "Yeah, let's go."
Real fast, we can't say Mex's name without me throwing a shout out
that's
to
also
Mex.
true.
That's my boy.
Mad Max.
I love Mex so much. Mex
He
was.
turned on me.
I know.
You know what's hilarious is so this show just recently has come back. I did it. I had an iteration at first with my brother. We had a falling out. We didn't do it anymore. We just decided creative differences couldn't be put aside. This is my intellectual property. I came up with a name. A friend designed the logo. Then I move away from Owensboro, moved to Breckenridge County, and a friend of mine in Owensboro who I used to go to wrestling shows with him, and we hung out all the time. He tells me, he's like, "Dude, you need to bring the podcast back. It's funny. You don't need your brother. Like, your brother adds, but you don't need him. You're funny." He's like, "I got a list of dudes right now that would absolutely fall over to talk to you," and Mex was the first name on that list. My first episode back was Mex, and what makes it funny is Devin Parker, then Star Kid, had literally just kicked his ear halfway off his head and turned heel left stuntman Mikey, and then kicked Mex just right in the side of his forehead, beat up Jet Mosley. Like, so when Mex comes on, he had just got turned on. Like, it was... That dude is hilarious.
It was still a kindling fire at that point. He was still kind of heated.
That dude is so funny. So
Yeah, he can be.
he can be. I mean, I don't know how funny he is when he moves. I don't know how you guys get in the ring with him and don't lose your mind, because he is so unintentionally hilarious. Like, I don't think he's trying to be funny, but he is super funny.
So, and that kind of brings up a really good question too. You just getting into the business and being, eventually being part of the dynasty. How was it having a manager like Mex, who has so many years in this business and was one of the top guys, I think, back in his day? How was it having him by your side at the time?
It was pretty cool having him by my side, but like the whole thing, like having everybody like by my side was even like cooler, because it's like I could have just been a wrestler with just a manager, but the fact that I had like my own faction beside me, which crazy enough I wasn't like big on at the beginning of the like talking about it, but it's like as soon as like we all formed together, like in the first moment I was like, okay, this is pretty effing awesome.
yeah,
That was, yeah.
I mean, you were in there with some talent, man. Like,
Young guys, all like darn near brand new.
And correct me if I'm wrong. So was it? It was you. It was Tyler Santos. Was also Dash a part of that group, or
yes, it was me, Tyler Santos, Dash Licardo, Mataj Montana, and Mad Max.
Oh yeah. So we've now interviewed, I think, half. I'm going to say half of that faction that's accessible to us. I'm trying to get Tyler next, but I don't know, man. He's
Santos.
Kind of a jerk.
Yeah, kind of a jerk. Same thing with Clay Williams. He was super nice until I told him you were the guest, and then he was like, whatever, dude.
Yeah, suck it, Clay.
But so you start here. Correct me if I'm wrong. Did you do some work for IWA as well? Is that like IWA Mid South, or was that IWA one of the?
I didn't do any Mid-South. I did IWAU in Noble, Illinois. I did a couple weeks there. Where did I wrestle? There was like a couple times where I'd go there, pop in for like a couple months, and then stop going because like the travel was just getting rough. And it's like at that point, I think I was wrestling almost like 3 days a week, and I was going like right after work straight there.
Wow.
Yeah, dude, that is awful. Do you see why this didn't work for me, Leon? Do you see why this is hard? It's hard. I keep trying to tell him, like, it's fun, man, but it's really taxing. Like, it's
I'm
taxing.
for it.
He's down. So, see, that's what I was curious about. I actually have he's an acquaintance of mine, used to work at IWA Mid-South. He got somehow, not famous, but canceled before ever getting to reach television, and then pretty much just everybody under Axelrod started falling. Like, I remember me reaching out to him for something, and he was like, "Oh yeah, no, I'm done wrestling. I got Me Too'd and whatnot." And I was like, "Whoa!" And we kept contact, and then I just started watching the wrestling news, and everybody at IWA Mid-South was just dropping. So I was like, "Oh!" So I got super curious there. I was like, "I wonder if he's had any run-ins with Axel or anything like that, or like because
it's wild." I know you've seen Dark Side of the Ring, but I'm shocked there's not an episode of Dark Side of the Ring of IWA Mid-South. That's what like me and Ray had talked about like a while back ago. I said eventually they should do an IWA Mid-South Dark Side of the Ring episode.
Dude, you know what I think that is like IWA Mid-South just didn't get famous enough, maybe, because I mean they did one on Onita and the promotion he started that was insanity. Yeah. So I think that's just a simple fact of like nobody cared about Axelrod, which if you like that style of wrestling, I'm not a huge fan. I point that out. Yeah. That's where me and Jim Cornette kind of start to come together, is that Outlaw Mud show. So I'm a Jim Cornette guy. I have to tell everybody.
I like him too.
I love him. He's the reason this podcast exists. He's the reason that I love wrestling as much as I do, even though he's kind of a, what's
jerk.
The word? Jerk. You know what, man? You know what? But
you like Wendy's? What? Too?
Oh, dude, double Baconators, my guy, Baconators. You know what I'm saying? Like, I saw Baconator cheeses at the store the other day, and I was running up to my old lady like I was a little kid. I was like, babe, please, can I have the Cheez-Its? And she was like, no, put them back. And I was like, but no, man, like, yeah, so that's where the internet fails us, is trying to follow you piece by piece. But, you know, we definitely did our due diligence to fill in these spaces. I do got to ask, because we were talking earlier today where I was telling you that Leon over here likes to keep things a little PG-13, and we started talking about gaming. What are you playing, man? Because I'm so behind. I'm so out of touch. I have to listen.
Uh-oh.
If I'm being honest with you, I don't really game anymore.
Oh, no.
I know it sounds bad, but it's just like I've disciplined my schedule so much with wrestling and then going to work and then going to the gym after. And then like I try to prioritize a little bit of family time whenever I can. But it's just like I get home and it's like I get the kids fed and it's like I could play a video game, but I'm just like I just want to sit here on the couch and either watch wrestling or watch some movies or TV shows on Netflix. But it's like the last game I played, which I need to get back to, is Spider-Man 2 on the PlayStation.
It's so good. It's so good.
I still haven't got
I started
know
it, but
you
I
haven't.
did not finish it.
Oh, it's so good.
See, I have the problem of having a girlfriend who's like financially responsible. So every time I'm like, babe, can I buy my Spider-Man game, please? Even though I make the money. Well, she makes more money than me, but we're not going to talk about that. I make the money.
No.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
make
we're
the
gonna
money.
keep that a
Our
secret.
money, right?
Yeah, that's no. She lets me know real fast. She's like, no. She's like, no, sir. Let me tell you how this works. But I was like, can I please get my Spider-Man 2 game? And she's like, sure. How much does it cost? I'm like, $70. And she goes, what are you, insane? No. She's like, so you can pretend to be Spider-Man? Meanwhile, she's playing a game where she's a mail lady. That's the game she's playing. She runs the mail.
Sims?
No,
it's actually
called Lake or something.
It's called Lake, and you move into this new town, and you have to get a job. So the only
That sounds
real
like
good job,
everyday life.
yeah, the only good job is a mail carrier.
Oh, this is what makes it worse. When I got the PlayStation 5, the first 3 games that were bought were WWE 2K25, Baldur's Gate
got
3.
it.
Baldur's Gate 3 I've put 450 hours into. The third game bought for the woman, Ambulance Driver Simulator.
What?
I can't say anything. I play
She-
American Trucking Simulator on my
She
computer, so-
works in the medical field.
She does, yeah. That makes it worse.
I said, do you not get enough? And she was like, no, I don't get to see trauma patients.
She listen to this?
No, but I'll make her.
Good. She needs better game choices.
See,
I told her that.
You talk about your 400 hours in your Baldur's Gate. I have 1,889 hours in WWE 2K19. Like, I can't say
2K19 was a
anything.
good one.
2K19,
It was so good.
yeah.
It's the
See,
best.
I pick on Chelsea about her gaming choices because she did say, "Well, find me a video game I'll like." Her problem is she'll come to a game, and then she'll go, "Can you swim?" And if the answer's no, you cannot swim, she moves on about her day. When she found out you couldn't swim in Baldur's Gate, like she was playing it with me, and she was like, "Can I swim in this?" I went, "No." She's not played it a moment since.
no.
So I got her Man Eater. It was free. I was like, "Here,
You're
be a shark."
Have you tried to turn her to GTA 5?
Oh, she loves the GTA 5 thing, but it takes up so much space on my PlayStation that I told her she has to get her own system.
That's right.
I was like, we'll play GTA 6, sure. I was like, but I'm not taking up 69 gigs of memory for the 7th time.
Oh, it's worse now.
Oh, you should, her Red Dead time is insane.
Oh, dude, I love Red Dead.
Her Red Dead,
It's
my
so good.
PlayStation, she played it so much, my PlayStation 4 sounded like it was trying to take off like a helicopter.
That's another one I need to get back to is Red Dead Redemption 2. But my
that's so good.
PlayStation right now is mainly taken up by Fortnite because that's what the kids like to play.
That's right.
Kids and my girlfriend.
I make the kids get their own system for the Fortnite thing, and my son will be like, "Can I get some V-Bucks?" I'm like, "What is that?" And he's like, "It's money for the game." I go, "No, why do you need that?" And he's like, "So I can have better stuff." I was like, "Get better, noob." Like, what do you want me to tell you, dude? We didn't have all these microtransactions when I was playing games.
I know, I hate it. It's like, we'll give you this game for free, but you got to pay for all this stuff to make yourself cooler or whatever. I'm like, now, granted, like, there's certain games I'll buy, like, the full DLCs for. Like, WWE's, like, the main one I'll buy, like, DLC, the full DLC for. I got the special, like, Bloodline edition or whatever. Just
Same
like,
Z.
There you go. That's what's up.
But, like, even on Spider-Man 2, I got, like, the deluxe edition to get all the power-ups. It's like, I don't have time to play these, and I don't have time to, like, try to boost my guy up all the way. So I'm just like, I'll pay for it to be, like, super powered so I could just get through this game.
That's why I'm like on Call of Duty because I have those battle passes, and I don't have time to sit down and grind through it. So I'm like, I'll spend $35 and get all the coins and just make my way all the way
I
up.
hate Call of Duty, dude.
I'm a big Battlefield guy. They got the new Battlefield coming up.
No, see, like, I grew up with the original Xbox, and me and my brother were big Halo heads.
Yes, dude. Yes, dude.
I like Halo, Gears of War.
No, you know,
Gears of War was
let me
great.
tell you where it was at on the original Xbox for me, because you could put your own custom soundtracks into your games, and I can tell you I spent 3 full summers with Tony Hawk American Wasteland, just pumping like punk rock into it, because at the time I was like a huge punk guy, and I listened to ska and stuff, even though it was the 2000s and ska had been dead for 15 years. And like Tony Hawk American Wasteland, my dude. Or we would go over into SmackDown Shut Your Mouth, even though that game was like 5 years old. That was like the
That was on
antithesis.
Xbox?
No, well, on like PlayStation. On the Xbox, it was more like the Raw game, which was terrible.
I had the Raw game, and I also had, like, WrestleMania 21 Become a Legend. I think that one. Those two were my first two
cousin had
wrestling
that, yeah.
games I ever had.
It had your favorite superstar Hulk Hogan on the cover.
So that means you're a good bit younger than me then.
Well, I'm 28, so.
Oh yeah,
He's
2
years older than
You're
me.
a full toddler younger than me. Yeah,
He's old, Munchie. Don't listen to him.
My first wrestling game was WCW versus NWO World Tour.
I might have missed that one like a few years, but.
Oh, dude, no, that game, like, it had New Japan people in it, but their names were different. So, like, Hayabusa was in the game, but his name was Hannibal. And, things like that. And the whole game was just, if you're the NWO, you have to fight everybody up until you fight Sting. And if you were the WCW, you had to fight all the way up until you beat Hulk Hogan. You had to take out everybody in each roster. And then, like, Revenge. And then SmackDown, and then, Shut Your Mouth. Here Comes the Pain. The SmackDown versus Raw is things like that.
Oh, they were so good.
But so while we're on the subject of like the wrestling video games and just like the nostalgia of childhood, so who was the wrestler? Which I'm gonna quietly guess in my head what you're gonna say and see if I'm wrong. But like, who was your like your wrestler that you were like, this is what I want to do. If this guy can do it, so can I. For me, it was like The Undertaker. He caught my attention. I was a big guy. Undertaker's a big guy. I'm deceptively quick. So I was like, I can do this because The Undertaker and I are similar, even though he's a full foot taller than I am now. But like, who is that for you that you saw him and you were like, or her, and was like, this is it?
Okay, so there's two, but technically one came before the other because
Shoot
of the
'em
time
both.
period I was watching.
Let's do both. Let's do both.
Okay, it was CM Punk and John Cena.
There you go.
Hands in the air. I
So,
guess
like,
one of them.
For John Cena, I was watching SmackDown in like 04-05 when he was on the way to become WWE champion for the first time.
Yeah.
That was when SmackDown was on Thursdays on UPN, RFP.
Basic
I didn't
cable.
have cable, so that was the only like wrestling show I could watch every week because it was on like local TV, and I had to hide it from my dad at the time. So it's like I'd be watching SmackDown, and like my sisters and brother were kind of into it at the time, but they were like never into it like I was. So we'd all just be sitting there watching. I don't know. John Cena is just one of those people that called to me, and then like a couple years later when ECW started up, I just when CM Punk showed up, I was like, fuck, this guy's, sorry.
No, you're good. You're
One beat.
Sorry about that.
You're fine.
Hey, look.
CM Punk called me too. And the fact that he was like from Chicago and all this and that, his whole shtick, I was just like, this is cool.
Yeah, no, Punk is like, so I've never been like the Punk, like the biggest fan of Punk, but I enjoy Punk. Here lately, I started liking Punk more to make the internet bros angry. I have no dog in the fight. So, did you watch the AEW stuff with Punk? I'm gonna imagine.
I did. AEW Collision with Punk was like awesome.
That's what I've been telling people. My son just asked me last night. We watched somebody on the internet that I was arguing with because I do that a lot. I have no life, and I sit at home with children all the time, so I argue with nerds on the internet. And this guy was just going on about how AEW had the best wrestling show on television at the moment, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, I don't know, big fella. And so I just said, I was like,
Your cornet brain started tingling.
oh, Cornette he started channeling through me. And I was like, dude, the Death Rider story's old. I was like, I don't know what you're talking about. I used to love AEW when it first started. Then it just kind of fell off. So last night, my son was like, Dad, we got to watch it. He's like, come on, Hangman's the champion. I kind of like Hangman a little. I like his in-ring work. So he was like, come on, we'll watch it. And there's dudes you like there. You like Christian and you like Edge and you like, he starts getting me with the people from my childhood. And I'm watching the show last night. I'm watching it and I'm like, okay. I'm like, this is not the worst thing I've seen them do this year. It's pretty good. And then he goes, so we're watching Collision tomorrow, right? And I went, hell no. No, I will never ever give that show my time again. They built it for Punk and they fired him while it was good. It was good. Some of the best matches in AEW came off that card. Now we're going to get on a tangent because holy crap, how much I loved Collision.
One of my favorite Collision matches, it was like when it first started, it was FTR versus the Bullet Club, whatever.
Yeah, Juice and Jay White.
Yeah, the 2 out of 3 falls match, that was awesome.
5-star match if I've ever seen one. Yeah,
And it's like I started as a tag team wrestler, so to just watch great tag team wrestling like that is just amazing.
okay, so that because I have a couple bullet points that I've like hang on, just go with the flow. So I'll make this one of these questions. So a tag team wrestling, because I'm also a huge tag team guy. Who's the tag team that you think you pulled most of your inspiration from as far as like your tag work goes? Because there's a lot that goes into tag work. So like, who is that you think about when you're like, this is what I need to emulate?
So like when me and MK were a team, I think we almost had like the best of both worlds within like old style wrestling and like new style, and we kind of meshed them both together. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like we took some inspiration from whether it was FTR, DIY, maybe throw in a little Hardys. We definitely like tried to take some tips from like watching like old Midnight Express matches. So it's like we just like me and him were big wrestling heads, so it's like we try to watch just to learn and just adapt to what we can do. You know what I mean?
Oh no, for sure, dude. Like, and you could definitely tell that like MK's probably a huge Jeff Hardy fan, so that all adds up.
You should see this old dive he did in the Coliseum. I forget what it was. It was one of our free shows. He jumped off the Coliseum balcony, and like just right before he threw the Jeff Hardy pose.
That's awesome.
And we've given him hell for it like ever since.
Awesome.
Dude, when the moment hits you though, like you gotta take it. That's
Oh yeah.
Wrestling is the only thing I've ever done that I didn't feel like embarrassed for something I did. See, I have to apologize every time I talk about anything I did wrestling because who I trained with is just the worst.
Bobby Wilson.
Good old Bobby.
Oh, I've heard.
Yeah. It's so bad. Like Ray, when I told Ray, he's like, I don't hold it against you. It's not your fault that he's a racist piece of garbage. And I was like, I know, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. I was young and stupid, and I just wanted someone to beat me up, and he did. Stiffest guy I've ever seen in my life.
Was it Stan Hansen stiff or was it worse?
No, man, Stan Hansen would have been a night off, dude. Stan Hansen would have been a night off compared to what this dude would do to you, and then he'd call you slurs. I got called so many gay slurs for no reason. I had long hair. That was it. I had long hair. I'm not gay at all.
It's wrestling. Almost everybody has had long hair.
Right.
That's what they all did in the 80s.
Yeah, you have to do it. Because the snap is so much better. You can make your hair wet and you come out. I mean, sometimes you look like Tyler Hawkins, and sometimes you look like Shawn Michaels. Mm-hmm. Every time I see that Triple dude, I'm like, that guy looks like he loves new metal. And like every time I see him, I'm like, he's a big Limp Bizkit guy. I gotta hate on him, but I gotta get back on track because now we're on a tangent here. Let's get back on the track.
You better watch out. We're gonna start some rivalries up over this podcast.
I wanted to do this a little looser fit, man. You know what I'm saying? I feel like I'm too stiff with everybody. I gotta loosen it up a little bit. So let's get back on track here. So you're with the Dynasty. You leave the Dynasty. You're about to go on your singles run and whatnot.
Within the Dynasty, I had just started my singles run a little bit before that formed.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
So you're starting your singles run. You start as a tag wrestler. You go on the singles run. What's the thought process behind that? Like, did you have to completely change your work from top to bottom, or did it just feel like seamless for you to switch to the another division completely?
So I was a little scared at first, but I was just like, because I was just like, I need to do like new things. So it's like, I was kind of like, I'm gonna take some old stuff that I used to do and then try to figure out some new stuff I can do. And plus within like being able, like losing the weight and stuff I was doing within that time, that really helped me a lot more to become like more innovative and try new things. So like, I mean, I was very nervous at first, and sometimes I still am, because like most of my wrestling career, I was just in a tag team. So it's like the thought of going singles scared me at first, but I'm still learning, I feel, because it's only been like 2 years that I've been by myself. So it's like, it's still a learning process every day.
I mean, I gotta tell you, man. Like, see, I've watched you as a singles guy, never as a tag guy. So to me, It seems pretty seamless. Like it's like just
You seem pretty
from
solid.
from a fan standpoint. You seem pretty confident in the ring. I love the little spot that you've got where you take them around and you let somebody grab a hold of whoever you're wrestling and you just chop them to death. I dig that. I've actually watched so much WWE in the last like 5 weeks. I had to ask him before we started. I was like, "Is it Munchie that does this, or am I losing my mind?" And he was like, "No, it's him that does." I was like, "That's what I thought." I was like, it's all rolling in together. I was like, it's so much content all at once. You guys put out a lot of stuff.
Y'all do,
but,
yeah.
I mean, from what we could see, and the cutter,
Dude,
it's just
phenomenal.
I love the cutter. I've always loved the cutter.
So that's a good question because my biggest interest in professional wrestling, I'm a huge fan of finishes. How people get them, why they chose that. Why was the cutter, in your opinion, the best fit for you? Or do you feel like, hey, we need to bring the cutter back as a finish and not just a move that somebody hits out of nowhere? Was that your first choice as a finish, or were there other options when you first got started?
So, when I had a couple of different finishers before then, but it was like most of the time I was in tag matches, and me and MK, we would just do our tag team finisher, which was like a Russian leg, running knee thing. But like I had this like cool little, like it looked like a Sister Abigail DDT thing. Alexa Bliss does it now, but
That's awesome.
let me throw it out there. I did it before her.
That's right.
Oh, that
Dude,
is on record. That's on record.
I've got one of those too, man. He asked me what my finish was. I was like, the prism lock is what you would call it. Mm-hmm. I was like, but I was doing it while Rhea Ripley was still popping pimples. Like, I'm so upset about it. I did it first.
And it's like, funny enough, the cutter, it used to be just like one of my big, like, quote unquote, falsies or transitional moves.
Yeah.
And then, like, when I was getting be a singles guy, somebody told me, I was like, you need to change that DDT finisher because it's like a lot of the big guys I can't bring all the way back and, DDT them, which, maybe I could, but it's like, and then Chris was there overhearing them talk to me, and he said, you want to be a main eventer? Do the cutter. A cutter's a main eventer finisher.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I was like, okay. So then from there on, which, like, literally that's a move I could hit on anybody, and then as time progressed, the ankle lock became like my secondary finisher.
Well, and I love it too because in every match you do, you always go for the cutter early and they shove you off and you get that look on your face like, man, could have ended it early. And then it's always out of nowhere. Sorry, Randy. And I love the spot you do where you catch their foot. Like when we went to Independence Day and you did that match with Bo, and Bo was like, put my foot down. And you threw it down. I was like, this is a guy who not only knows what he's doing, but really knows what the fans are looking for. And it's so entertaining. It's one of my favorite matches. Sam, his son, actually pointed out, he's like, oh, he's going to catch the foot. And I was like, yeah, he is. And then he's going to hit a cutter and it's going to be over.
My son's so entertained.
So good.
My son is so entertained with the fact that he can call out psychology.
I know.
And
he's really good, too.
He can look for where spots are fixing to be.
Yeah.
He made me super happy when Aleister Black showed up on AEW as Malachi. And Malachi smiles, and he hadn't done that in WWE at all. He'd just been very stone-faced. And Sammy runs up, and he's like, Daddy, he smiled. And I was like, yeah. And he was like, he doesn't do that. He goes, that makes it so much scarier.
Yep.
And I just looked at him, and I was like, what are you trying to say? He was like, I think they made a decision back there to make him smile so it would throw people off. And I started crying, and he was like, what's wrong? I was like, I've never been prouder of you in my entire life.
Sam's had a lot of medical issues, and he wants to wrestle.
He watches a lot of wrestling.
He just had his, C1 and C2 fuse.
Yeah, C1, C2
the
fuse.
same injury that Tyson Kidd had that ended his career.
He was just born like that.
Sam's neck is 100% now. And when we first went to Independence Day and he saw Dash, he was like, man, he's short. He's like, that means I could probably do this. And to see Sam so involved in a sport that chances were that he'd never get to take part of. To see him have such an advancement in the knowledge of the psychology and what it takes to really put on a good show tells you that he really cares and has a passion for it.
It's that tism, man.
It's
That's
that
what it is.
tism.
It's the tism. He starts flapping when you wrestle,
Yeah.
which means he's excited. And
He was going to take off.
During the Kentucky Classic, we had to make him go behind us. We were sitting in the back row
Yeah.
for once, so he'd have some room to move around. And we made him go to the very, very back of the gym so he could flap while you were. And then while your music's playing, he's like back there cha-cha dancing to it. He loves it.
When your music hit in the final round in the main event, and they were like, here comes Munchie or whatever, and you didn't walk out of the curtain as soon as your music hit. Like, I looked back and I thought he was going to bust down crying.
He was like, where is he?
And you came out selling so good. And I was like, hey, Sam, there he is.
Kayfabe, he was really hurt, man.
I mean,
Kayfabe,
yeah,
man.
you were selling that diarrhea or whatever you had, but no, he started flapping so well, and the look on his face during that final match when you came back to the ring was just insane. So from Sam to you, he's a huge fan.
Oh, he's super excited. He told me to make sure. He was like,
Shout out to Sam.
he's gonna love it, dude. He said, I told him, I was like, I'm interviewing Munchie tomorrow, man. I was like, I know you're gonna be home and everything, but I'll send it to your mom so you can listen.
That's right.
And he's like, yeah, I know. And he gets all breathy and like, hi. He's like, I know. And I was like, how do you know? I was like, I just made it happen. I haven't told you. And he's like, well, you said because I liked him so much you were going to reach out to him. I was like, yeah, but that doesn't mean I did it already. And he's like, will you tell him that I really like him? And I was like, I'll let him know, brother. And he was like, all right. And he starts flapping a little bit. And I was like, slow down. He's like, I'm just saying, man. He's like, I just want him to know that I like his stuff. And I was like, all right, I got you, brother. Like, you need to have a seat. So that brings me to, I've just been talking into the ether for 5 minutes about nothing, but you are super over with the children in general.
Absolutely.
Is that by design, or is that like an accident? Like, were you aiming to be like that John Cena character, the kids love you, or did it just the kids liked you and you was like, oh, I'm going to ride this?
I aim for everybody to like me, in all honesty. But it's like, yeah, I might not be everybody's cup of tea wrestling wise, but like, as long as I got people reacting, that's all that matters. It's like, whether you cheer me, you boo me, you're still reacting. That's all that matters at the end of the day. I mean, for years people did the whole "let's go Cena sucks" thing, and then it's like, he said he'd rather have that than just silence. It's where they're silent is where you got to worry about. But the fact that they're not, that just, if it's a kid cheering me on, cool. If it's adult cheering me on, it's cool too.
I love it, man. And I just noticed, like, I do definitely look around while we're like, everybody's there to have fun when we go. I'm usually there trying to do business.
Yeah,
like,
we're
look around
and
I'm researching. The kids are just having fun. I'm like paying, okay, I've got this guy that I'm going to interview, or I'm going to reach out to him. If he says yes, I'm going to mention this and I'm going to do it. But I will also watch who's cheering, who's not cheering, who's your demographic, who's not your demographic, because I like to market. I don't know why. I think I was born to entertain somebody, so I'm paying attention. But I just noticed that, like, a lot of kids and a lot of ladies. That's what I'm noticing are really popping when you come out there.
Don't let my girlfriend hear that, please.
Oh, dude.
We don't even know what you're talking about.
Your secret's safe with me, brother. It's all good, man. Ain't no rats coming for Munchie.
No, ain't no rats.
They're coming for Mex. That's what Mex
That's
told
right.
me a year
That's
ago.
right.
All the rats show for him.
I tell you what, man, when that prison finds out what he's doing out here, still out on death row, man, they gonna get him. They gonna get him.
I don't understand what you just said, but you're special. And
He's
you reach
on
out.
his whatever.
And you
Kayfabe, man.
You reach
He's
out.
out. He's got special lawyers.
You touch your brother's heart, man. You touch your brother's heart.
Whatever.
But anyway, so more going into like. So you're a former national champion, I think is what the belt is. I lose. Oh, 2-time. 2-time. Who got it from you this last time?
Okay, so the very last time was last September. I lost it to Devin Parker.
Oh,
But only
that's
because at the time-
Oh no!
Yeah,
Oh, no,
yeah.
Star
only,
Kid.
Only
Oh,
because
no.
High Society helped him win it.
They were my
I'm just
fans.
saying.
Listen, that guy, I love that guy to death. Me and him have been in contact for a little while too. He told us in the interview, like, I never lost that belt. But he didn't mention who he won it from. I had no idea. I didn't know we might have been bringing up some beef here. That guy, man. That guy. A nightmare on bleeping that guy out. I love him.
2.5 hours of re-listening and sliding and adjusting.
After 2 hours or after 9 or 10 time spots I wrote down.
We still have that stamp.
We still have it sitting in front of us. You could hear my pen click, and I just slammed it down.
He throws it down. He's like,
and
whatever.
I was like, we're done. I was like,
Yeah,
well,
I'm sure y'all probably warned him in advance, and he just, didn't listen. But that's Devin.
he gets excited, man.
He
Gets
does.
excited.
He has a passion for the business.
But so you lose it to him because High Society comes out and helps. What did it mean to you to even get your hands on it the first time, let alone the second time? I mean, was that like you always see the moment that Shawn Michaels winning the belt and the boyhood dream. Is that kind of how you were with this? Or was it just one of those things like, all right, I got to step it up now, I'm a champ? Or was it like, this is dreams come true?
Honestly, it was kind of like a dream come true moment because, so the first time I won it, I was in my first ever singles main event. It was against Vanderpool. It was in May of last year.
Big man.
And, yeah, so we did that match. I won it, but I only won it for 5 minutes because Clay Williams came in and cashed in the Ultimate Opportunity contract on me. And then that kicked off our summer feud.
Which ends up getting reignited in this Kentucky Classic.
It's about to get reignited again because of this podcast, but
Probably. And then in August, in June we had the rematch. We went to a 25-minute time limit draw.
wow.
And then,
Banger.
that's probably that's one of my Mount Rushmore of matches I've ever had is that one match with Clay. And then in July, we ran it back in Litchfield at the high school that they had. And then in August we had an I Quit match because this is what I did. I won the Kentucky Classic and then I cashed it in for another shot at the national title against Clay, and then it turned into an I Quit match where my career was on the line versus the national title.
Ooh.
Wow.
And I'm guessing that you won.
Eat
it, Clay.
That win felt just as good as the first time winning it.
I bet.
Dude, that belt looks so good,
It
too.
does. It
The
really
fact that
does.
it's around Goofy Ryan Ramsey's waist.
Oh, dude.
Just, I love that guy, though. I can't lie. That guy's great.
Well, he needs to take a DNA test just to make sure that Gordon ain't his daddy. But
I don't understand that.
because he's blonde-headed, he's as arrogant as Gordon is, and nobody likes him on the
What
day-to-day
does
basis.
that mean?
You'll find out eventually.
Y'all
Just let
ever
it
seen the
soak
movie
in.
Like Mike?
Yes.
He looks like the bully from that movie.
He does look like the bully from Like Mike.
He does, yeah.
I'm never going to not see that now.
You should shout that out in Livermore if he's there. Just shout it out.
You want me to do it like that dude that yelled at Clay about his Wildberry Pop-Tart gear?
Yes.
I don't know if y'all heard that guy
Oh,
yell
gosh.
that from back there, but this guy yelled at Clay Williams that his gear looked like a Wildberry Pop-Tart, and I almost died. I almost died. Oh, he was loud. I mean, this dude
He
was
was
the
on it.
loudest guy in that whole show in Bowling Green, and he shouted it out at him, and I turned around and looked, and I was like, it does look like a Wildberry
Wildberry
Fans say the most wildest things in
Dude,
the
I'm
most
telling
randomest
you.
moments.
Dude, I can't lie. I've spent 4 shows trying to yell, grab his dick and twist it. And I finally got a response to it from the other fans. I'm going to do it from the front row this time. And because as soon as I did it, somebody just started twisting their hand. And I was like,
twist.
you're right. Like, I'm good. It's going to happen. I think that's funny, man. Like, there's always fun stuff. That's why I like the crowd with wrestling. The crowd makes wrestling. For me, when I was a kid, I saw a sign that said Goldberg eats corn the long way. And it was the funniest thing I've ever read in my life. I didn't get it when I was 8.
Right.
But as I've grown up, I was like, oh no. But
I miss Attitude Era signs. I miss seeing more signs in wrestling, and I kind of also miss seeing streamers. what ROH used to do and all that.
Yes,
I miss
dude.
seeing streamers and like a lot of signs.
You guys do that a little bit though. You got your confetti cannons, and
Yeah.
I talked about bringing a sign. I asked him, I was like, "Do you think we should like get poster board and sparklies and make signs?" He'd be like, "We'd be the only people there doing that." I'd be like, "Exactly."
No, I've seen more people do it.
Boom, signs. Told you, son. Told you, son. But like, okay, so the crowd, that's another thing, is like you're super over with that crowd. Have you been a heel in that company before, or are you just career babyface?
Career babyface mainly. When I had left the WWE, there was like one or two companies I played heel a little bit, but majority of my career I've just been career babyface.
Is that by choice, or do you see yourself maybe being able to tap into that dark side a little bit, like Darth Munchie or something, or?
I don't know. It's like one of those, like, if the opportunity is there, if it happens, I mean, I'm open to any like challenge or obstacle, but it's like you said, my demographic is a lot of kids and, ladies, as you said. And it's like, I feel like I'd be okay with just being like a baby face, unless like something drastic went wrong and I was like, maybe I had to turn heel. I don't know. But it's like, I'm happy being a baby face.
See, I've always I always cheer the heels. So anytime I see someone's been baby for too long, I'm like, there's something's gonna set you off. Like, it's eventually gonna happen. I like to poke. It's real
Probably
fun.
on my retirement tour, I'll just say screw it and turn heel.
Yeah, you'll go heel 2 matches into it and leave us all going, what? Why? What?
Well, hopefully that retirement isn't too far. Like too.
No,
Gosh, I said that
too
backwards.
far.
Well, hopefully it's not too soon.
Jesus.
Lord have mercy. I'm so sorry.
I've
Wow.
only been
My
doing
brain's
this
back.
6 years. I feel like I got a good 30.
Let's
30,
go.
40.
Let's go. I'm here
See,
for it.
That's where it's at, man. Like, you got to understand, you got mileage, and you can only hit that mileage. So my mileage was 6 months to a year, maybe a year.
If you get back in shape, you can take some bumps.
I'm in shape.
I'm telling you, me doing all that I've done to get myself in shape and change my nutrition, I feel like this is the best I've ever felt wrestling wise.
I mean, dude,
If you think that you're too old, always remember DDP started later. Lord
That
have
is
mercy.
true. And we got a Snyder who's like 50.
Is he really? How old is he?
He's not really 50. He's like 42 or something, honestly.
Wow.
So is Bo Sawyer, I think.
Oh no, but Bo. I was going to bring
Bo.
that up. So both of you seem to have the Walmart connection. Do you have Walmart beef with each other when you're in the ring? Do you like talk crap like mine's better than
Do you
yours?
both work at Walmart?
I don't work at Walmart.
Oh no,
I
you
work
were
at
there.
Chicago.
He was shopping.
You were shopping.
He was
Yeah.
shopping. Bo works overnight maintenance.
We're gonna cut that out.
It's all good.
Well, I just assume when
what's funny
some-
is I used to say, like, oh, if you're in the WWA, you probably used to work at Walmart at one point. And almost everybody that I've spoke to said they've worked at Walmart.
Oh no.
Yeah, no,
Hey,
that's
Walmart.
we worked with a guy at Walmart, and I worked at Walmart in Owensboro. And one of the guys there was a wrestler, and I just couldn't. So once somebody's like, "Yeah, Bo's over 54." Really? And I was like, and then I'm sitting here thinking, I was like, I think that was him.
Yeah, and then they were like, yeah, Lizzie Six is over there too. I was like, oh really?
I was like, what? I was like, I wonder if they talk crap about it like, in the ring. We're like, your department sucks, dude, and like bow, because I would do that now at our store.
You get your truck run yet? Because my truck's done.
That guy slammed you so hard in
dude.
Livermore.
Dude.
I was like, his spine is coming out his chest right now.
Oh, yeah. That one was a little rough. But
You all have some big boys in the WWA. By far, I mean, it's probably a given. Bo being as big as he is he seems like he's really safe to work with. I mean, seriously, because sometimes you get these guys that are real big and they don't know their own strength. He
Right.
seems like he's pretty, you go in there, he's going to take care of you as long as you take care of him type thing.
I think he's asking you, does it hurt when he slams you? I think that's what
I'm
he's
not
trying to
asking
get at.
that.
It
Obviously.
doesn't hurt when he slams me. It's when he hits. Sometimes.
Dude, he
Sometimes he
packs
gets
a
a little
punch.
excited, but it's like he wants it back is his thing.
Yeah, you can tell he's got that, like, bring it type thing.
See, that's what I liked, but people would be like, hey, hit me for real. And I'd be like, what do you mean hit you for real? They're like, because if this is your work punch, just hit me for real. And I was like, sorry, taters all the way around.
That was like the first time I ever wrestled Bo one-on-one, and I've known Bo for maybe 4 or 5 years.
That's awesome.
So while we're on the subject of like just getting thrown around by some of these big dudes in there, what's your worst bump you think you took in there? Because we saw
some nasty.
We've
ones.
seen some, we saw Dakota France at the ground
Oh my
so hard
gosh.
the kids were like cringing, and they don't do that. They were like, oh my god.
And this is coming from a guy who, when Dakota hit the concrete, this is a guy who on Instagram has people breaking their faces.
Yeah, and I
constantly.
still went, nope.
And he's like, oh my god, like no.
So what do you think the worst bump you've probably taken was? I'm always curious to know the answer to this.
I mean, crap, there's been a couple. The nastiest looking one I think I took was recently. It was in a no holds barred match with Tyler Santos. We were on the apron. We had a plastic table, like probably the thinnest plastic table ever. He gave me like a uranagi from the apron through that table, and it was like straight to the floor, but it was like that table didn't give didn't break my fall or nothing. It was almost straight down.
So it was like falling through paper.
Yep.
Onto
And it's
concrete.
like I think I broke my elbow in that match because like for weeks my elbow was just hurting, and I couldn't push myself up out of my bed. But it's like I didn't go get it checked out or nothing. But like, so workouts for like the couple weeks were hard, and it's like, but just keep going.
That's the wrestler code, man. Duct tape, super glue.
Yeah. So like I wasn't originally wearing an elbow pad on that arm because I had that tattoo and I wanted to show it off a little bit.
Yeah.
But like ever since then, I started wearing my elbow pads on both arms again.
I always find it brave of people who don't wear an elbow pad, at least one, because it's like if you jar that the wrong way or fall the wrong way, your arm is gone. And there's so many nerves in your elbow that it's going to be hard to do anything. Like when you hit your elbow on the corner of a table just tapping it and everyone's like, oh, that's so funny. I've been messed up for days after just doing that. So it's so bad.
Table bumps are real, man.
Yeah, for sure.
Nobody prepares
Ric
you.
Flair tell you that one. He'll tell you that for sure.
I think one of the other ones that was probably rough. So I did a Fans Bring the Weapons match with Ray at Halloween Hell this past year.
Ooh.
I mean, it sucked. He gave me a spine buster on a barbed wire chair.
Oh.
That wasn't even the worst part of that match. He got a pickleball paddle thing that had thumbtacks on it, and he whacked me in the back with it, and that was the most pain I've ever felt in my professional wrestling career.
Oh my gosh.
What? Hold on, because this is why this isn't a video show. My face I just like did a hard reset, like somebody wiped my hard drive for a minute. A fan decided, I'm going to put thumbtacks on the pickleball bat.
Yep.
Why are the police not out looking for these people?
Who let him in the door?
Like, that's insanity. I've only heard of like 2 of these happening before. Somebody been like, yeah, the Fans Bring the Weapons match. I did an interview with a lady who she said she did that, and I was like, why? Why would you do that? The people are insane. And she's like, yeah.
But it's like Halloween Hell is our biggest show. Like what we all say, it's like our WrestleMania, and I was in the main event, and it was my first year as a singles wrestler, and I got to main event the biggest show of the year, so I was like, I'm gonna go all out,
dude.
So it's like I was never into like the deathmatchy, super hardcore type stuff, and I was just like, I'm following your lead basically. So it was like we just did We just did it.
What,
Hey, Grandma, hand me that paddle you got right there.
could
Oh yeah.
if you had to think about it, could you remember more things that y'all are pulling out of the crowd? Because now I'm just fascinated.
Oh, there was a little pinata that had thumbtacks in it that I poured over a table.
my God.
No, it wasn't a table. It was a door. I had a bowling ball.
A bowling ball, yeah.
We can only imagine where that went.
We had a friend. Not a friend. There was a fan that brought a cake, and like Ray's diabetic, so I tried to stuff this man in a darn cake. He ended up not going into the cake, but what else was there? There was a couple Ray says this was probably the worst. Fans bring the weapons that they brought, but it was my first one, so I was like, whatever. He hit me with a fish that was on a plaque.
Yo,
If you guys have time, go
hit you
to
with a
the
fish?
WWA's YouTube channel, look up Halloween Hell, go to the last match. You'll be entertained.
oh no, I'm watching that as soon as I go home and sit down for dinner tonight. I'm gonna be like, babe, I'm sorry, we're not watching stupid doctor shows today.
We gonna watch Munchie get smacked by a fish.
Yeah, we're gonna watch Fish Slap.
Oh no,
That is insane.
bad. Let me ask
was
you a
awesome.
question.
Oh God.
Did it stink real bad when you got it?
No, it wasn't an actual fish. It was just like a plastic one. It was on a plaque. I think
Oh
it was
my
like a
gosh, is
singing
it one of those singing fish?
Yes, that's what you just said.
I can't hear, I'm deaf. Lord have mercy.
All right, Miles Bourne, calm down.
Yeah, okay.
No.
I ain't gonna do that.
No.
So you can do Bill Cosby, but I can't do Miles Bourne.
Yeah,
Okay.
because Bill Cosby's.
I can do a good Godfather impersonation, apparently.
Oh, now I got to hear it because
We're up for
I
it.
love impressions. Let's go. Put you on the spot.
But I can tell you this one story that happened when we had him at our Owensboro Sports Center show.
Oh yeah.
So MK Swift was putting on his new gear, and then Godfather's just watching him put on his new gear or whatever, and then Godfather says, "Hey man, let me ask you a question," and he goes, "How long have you been gay?"
Oh no!
And the story was his gear had these outsider type Harlem Heat look to it, and he said that he used to give Booker T and Scott Hall crap for their gear like that.
Was it how long? Was it 2023 or 2024? This last year?
The
For
Halloween.
Halloween Hell?
Yeah,
Yeah, it was 2024.
2024. Okay.
Man, you completely stepped on this Godfather because that was almost.
That was a good.
That was
Godfather,
spot
yeah.
on.
It's pretty awesome.
That was spot on. I like wrestling impressions. I can't do impressions of any wrestler, but what I've been doing to him lately is just coming up with a bad Bill Cosby impression and just cutting wrestling promos.
Oh no!
Well, you see, the difference between me and you is just doing that to him. And he's like, I don't know. I don't.
You like hoes.
Yeah. Now you see, Undertaker, I know that you like the hoes. And he doesn't get it because he doesn't watch it. He's never
don't
watched
watch Bill
anything with Bill
Cosby.
Cosby.
I'm too young for that.
But Jesse Ventura, he knows.
Absolutely. You gotta go down to the Baja. He's not even the coastal United States 6 months out of the year.
Hell, listen. I now need to make a sign for the Livermore show when MK comes out. It says, "How long have you been gay?" with a bunch of A's and Y's. That would be phenomenal. See, look, you're a dream killer trying to make me not bring signs.
Whatever.
You're a dream killer, but I love you. So I'm gonna start to wrap down because this thing is getting insane. It's hilarious, but it's getting insane. We're gonna wind down. This guy over here has decided that he wants to start this with you going forward. We're gonna ask the same question to you as we're gonna ask everybody going forward to end the show. Is if you were able to go back and talk to yourself when your journey started into professional wrestling, what's something you think you would have told yourself, knowing what you know now? What's a piece of advice you might have given a young Munchie Gonzalez?
Stop doubting yourself. You're gonna be fine. stay disciplined for sure. Stay humble and respectful.
So it's really good.
Hey, where's my "That's beautiful" camera right there? That's beautiful. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's just like for the longest time, I'm my own biggest critic.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's like I tend to doubt myself a lot, and there's a lot of other people that have doubted me before, and like a lot of like my run last year alone, I feel like I put a lot of doubters down.
Man.
And like that's one of the greatest feelings ever.
Dude, I'm telling you, man, like
You're pretty solid for sure.
We're fans. If
We are,
that
big
means
fans.
anything to you, we're fans. But,
I heard your last episodes. I wasn't in either of y'all's top 3. So was I number 4?
no, I can tell you where you sat though. You were top 5 for
Not
sure.
us getting our own heat on our own podcast.
Wow, I
with
can't
Munchie
believe
Gonzalez.
I'm getting heat. But it's fine. This is what I live for, man. Healed by nature. You know what I'm saying? No, see, when I showed up to that show and, like, I see you wrestle Bo, I'm like, all right, you know, pretty good. Pretty good. I'm kind of cynical. So, I never, like, show too much excitement. I've been kind of coming out of it, something we're working on in therapy, something about, I don't know, somebody at work asked me.
Cool in front of everybody.
Yes, I have to be cool in front of everybody. No one can see that I'm enjoying myself or that's gay, is what I tell myself over and over again. No one can see me, like, think a puppy is cute or anything. My dad was psychotic with that kind of stuff. So, like, it stuck with me. So I'm just sitting there, I got my arms crossed. I'm in defensive mode, and I see, you and Bo, and I'm like, cool, that's a good match, man. Like the cutter. Guys got something going on. Next match, and that's how I'm doing it.
Yeah.
And then after we leave, I was like, Sammy has been talking about Dash Liccardo for 2 hours on the way home, so I'm gonna have to talk to him. I was like, I'm gonna have to, because Sam was not gonna shut up until I was like, hey, this is the first guy I'm getting. So it's like, first guy I'm going for. This guy said his stuff way high and was like, he comes to me, he's like, we're going to be on, like, interviewing Ric Flair levels of people. And I was like, you need to slow down. You did.
No, I didn't.
And I was like, you need to slow down.
Hey, we did get Ray Waddell.
We did get Ray Waddell.
We got Ray,
I
so
listened to that one too.
That was super fun. That dude
It
is
was fun.
awesome. But, like, yeah, top 5, bro. Calm down. It's all right.
you up there, Munchie. Don't you worry about it, buddy.
All right. I'll accept it.
All right.
I dig
Wait,
it,
where do
man.
y'all got Clay Williams?
He's down there. He down there at the bottom.
Oh, yeah, no, I didn't.
Okay.
I didn't. So our first show, he wasn't there. I think he was on vacation, as was Facebook
He was on
said.
vacation.
More than
Yeah,
likely.
Independence Day.
And then, like, it was whatever. Wildberry Pop Tart was fun. But then at Bowling Green, after he beat you, or at Bowling Green, was it Bowling Green?
it was Bowling Green.
Litchfield.
Litchfield.
That's right. We were
He
in
was
Litchfield.
not at Bowling Green.
And Litchfield,
Or was he?
when
I don't remember.
when he beat
Yes,
you
he
at
was.
Litchfield, he's go around celebrating.
That's Wildberry.
I just kind of threw up my hand and I
That's
was
right.
like booing him, and he mimed masturbation at me. Punked me out in front of my kids. I tried to tell one of them to take the garbage out the other day. He was like, I'm going to get Clay Williams. I was like, I'll take the garbage out. Let me take that garbage out.
Don't
for
worry
you.
much. Hey, look, if this all goes right, and I get this big fella over there training in the ring, we got your back. We'll help you. We'll help you out. Old Clay Williams ain't gonna get you no more. Don't you worry about it.
The opinions expressed are Leon's and Leon's alone. I love all of you so much. Don't hurt me.
No, we're excited to have everybody on the roster. Like, it's everybody's values that we appreciate, and I say this on every show. You all do something different than no other company does. You all care more about the fans and the product that you put out more than you do the money coming through the door. And for what it is, you all put on a phenomenal show every show. Looking forward to Saturday being there in Livermore, going back, seeing more of what all you all got. I'm out of questions.
I know you are. So what we'll do now is, man, we're just going to give you the next 60 to 90 seconds. Just plug any of your socials you need to plug, any upcoming appearances you want to make sure people know where to find you. This next minute and a half is all yours, bud.
All right. I'm on Instagram at Munchie_531, I believe. My Facebook is Munchie Gonzalez. WWA has their own page, so it's like, if I'm not for you, I'm sure you could find somebody on there that you come and enjoy. Well, you'd enjoy any of our shows, really. So WWA is now on YouTube, and what else am I on? Oh, we have a podcast of our own on Patreon for WBAs now. It's called the Three Company Killers Podcast. It's me, CCW, and Cortland Moore. We have our own little podcast. If you want to subscribe to the Patreon, you could listen to that every Wednesday.
Wow. Okay.
I think we've been going back and forth on that Patreon, like the get in early. And, yeah, we're gonna have to get into
stuff
that.
In that Facebook group that drops. Shout out to Drake for that.
We're gonna have to get in on that.
Oh, dude, yeah, we're gonna have to check that out, man. But I tell you what, man, we appreciate you giving us your time. To me, time is finite. I appreciate y'all
having me.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, time is finite. Time is the most valuable thing we have because we eventually will, no matter what, we run out of it. So anytime that someone can give me an hour of their day, I am forever grateful. This is hopefully going to be the first of many appearances you'll make. I go back to the well a lot. I love to go back
anytime.
I love to revisit old things. I wait for another accomplishment to drop, and then I immediately hit up, let's talk about it. Guys, we appreciate y'all's time. We appreciate your energy. And most of all, we appreciate those sweet, sweet view numbers that will eventually make it to where I don't have to go to work at butt-ass IGA anymore.
We'd like to retire from there.
We would like to retire early. But people, we love you, love yourselves, love each other, take care of one another, and let's just watch wrestling, man. I love you.
Do me a favor. If you do decide to make a sign that says Clay Sucks or Gap Williams, and I'll point it out.
All right.
You got it. I'm going to Walmart as soon as I leave.
We'll be sitting front row, hopefully, so just swing on over.
I think we are.
Yeah, I can't wait to see y'all there.
Man.
Oh, you will definitely. It's really hard to miss fat, bald, and skinny. It's real hard to miss us. Guys, we love you guys. Y'all take it easy, man. Peace out. Thanks, Mom.